Yo, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's day is going well, man. Today is July the 2nd. July the 2nd, man. We are um gonna knock out this second day of this workout, man. Guys, if you didn't know, we are doing 10,000 steps, all right? 10,000 steps is the goal or whatever every single last day. All right, that you get up in the morning. I don't care what you do. You can walk it, you can crawl it, you can just shake your Fitbit, whatever. All right. But no, seriously, 10,000 steps every single last day for the month of July. I also put something up there in the community tab. You guys go check that out, man. That's the 70-hour work week. All right. 7 hours of sleep, roughly about 10 hours of work, and then everything else is kind of split up. You get about an hour to 2 hour of working out, get an hour to eat, after gotten off of work, of course. Um, and some family time, about 2 to 3 hours for family time, 2 to 3 hours free time for yourself, and so forth and so on, man. Anywho, we're gonna go ahead and jump into this video, man. We got a few people in the comments just basically just saying what's up, man. Shout out to all you guys. You know, I appreciate y'all. Let's go ahead and add this to the scene. So today's video, we're gonna be talking about 9 red flags when dating. All right, 9 red flags when dating. This is from the one and only Kevin Samuels, and he basically said that guys, you are the prize. All right, guys, you are the prize. So let me make sure the audio is good real quick. Okay, yeah, the audio sounds as good as it's gonna get. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this thing real quick. All right, man, this is our early Kevin Samuels, as you guys can see, man. Shout out to the OG. Let's get it.
6, 7. Old school. Red flags when dating. Welcome back. For those of you who don't know, my name is Kevin Samuels. I'm a professional menswear stylist. And my job is to make sure that each one of you looks good, smells great, and is your best each and every day. If you like these kind of videos, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for our future live stream and video updates. Hit that bell. It's hard out here for a pimp. Guys, let's be honest. If you're going to date in today's world, 2017 going forward, the rules have changed.
2017. So this was roughly about 6 years ago, man. Good grief.
Change. But instead of getting into all the reasons why, let's talk about some things going forward. If you watch my channel, you've already know I'm all about guys first. When men are the best versions of themselves, the world is a better place. Men, know what you're worth. Have some standards because you are the prize. A woman reaches her peak of hotness at 25. Guys, if you can survive the 20s into 30s, you can demand everything. When you're out there grinding, building your business, not getting caught up, not having babies out of wedlock, not getting married too soon or at all, you're going to become more valuable. As you start to build your career, build your business, just do you. You're going to be an attractive man on all kind of levels to so many different women. Guys, a lot of times, that'll be the first time guys experience any success with women in mass. Yeah, we've all dibbled and dabbled a little bit here and there, but typically,
Again, basically what he's been saying, man, like if you have been watching his channel started off with basically fragrance and basically giving men some pointers, all right, on how to look good, smell good, and basically just be your best to get whatever results that you want in life. Still highly encouraged, guys, man. Every single day, you need to be looking to improve yourself in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Not just looking the part, but actually living and being the part. If you do not have a trade up under your belt and you are listening, all right, regardless of what your age is, if you do not have a trade under your belt right now, guys, you need to be looking for a way to get that up under your belt. All right. I believe that all men should have some type of trade up under their belt, regardless of what you are doing right now. I don't care if you're in school. I don't care if you have a part-time job, a full-time job, you don't have a job at all, you're just sitting at home with your mom or living with someone, whatever the case may be. If you do not have a trade up under your belt, then you need to be trying to go figure that out. All right. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you don't like it or whatever, man. Just try it out. Get your certification or get your license or whatever in that thing, man. And I promise you, you will thank me later. Get a trade up under your belt, fellas. Come on now.
Guys don't experience the same level of success that women had when they were teens and in their 20s. So, here's some things that guys need to watch out for when they're dating, regardless of the size of your pocketbook or your dreams or aspirations. And ignore these things at your peril, because just like all the great men of antiquity, the Bible, and in the past, a woman can need the help, but oftentimes the wrong woman can throw a man completely into chaos.
Right.
Let's get started. Let's start off with this one. She wants to be courted. Yep, she wants to be courted. Now I know there's some guys are probably thinking, hey Kevin, you kind of talk like a traditional man. What's wrong with her wanting to be courted? Nothing if she's truly a traditional woman. But typically women want to be courted because they want all the benefits of traditional femininity and gender roles, but they ain't bringing none of that stuff to the table. This is just another way of asking you to simp.
Right.
Very few westernized women deserve to be courted.
Now, let's go ahead and pause it right there. Now, when you think about traditional, right? A traditional man. What was a traditional man? What is a traditional man? A guy that, the first thing that they love to talk about is the money, providing. All right, providing to the point where that young lady has the option of working or not. All right. So if you decide to go out and work, then cool. I got the bills. I'm taking care of all the bills or whatever. We're good over here. If you want to work, then feel free to do that. If you want to focus more on your femininity, getting that thing together or whatever, cool. What also comes along with a feminine woman or a traditional man or a protector. All right. That young lady feels safe when she's around you. She feels safe when she's not with you, meaning, she's not necessarily worried about anybody else because she knows what she has, right? Protector, provider, and it's a few other things that goes along in there, but the main things that women talk about when they think about a traditional man is a provider, protector, so forth and so on. All right. And I think it kind of goes a little bit off the rails from there because everybody has like their picks when it comes to different things, so we're not necessarily going to get into that. But understand this. Those traditional men back in the day, when they got those women did not give their womb away, which means, before marriage, most of those women did not, necessarily have children. They didn't have sex with anybody else. You know what I mean? When they came to the table, they brought, softness. They brought something that was basically untouched, untampered with, no extra trauma, none of that stuff. All right, they're not bringing, like he said, chaos and everything else that a lot of westernized women bring to the table. So when you ask for a traditional man, understand that the women that got that were traditional women. And let's just say, for instance, if you do not have those qualities, let's just say, for instance, you've already given yourself away. I understand that's technically like strike one. All right. Strike two is giving your wound away. Strike three would be a hard woman, a woman that is not soft, a woman that is not cooperative, a woman that is, another strike would be a woman that is, I mean, I'm sad to say it, but maybe weighs a little bit more. Those can potentially be strikes against you. Of course, depending on what type of man you are trying to get, or what type of man you want to value you. All right. And just understand, the less strikes or the less things that you have going against you, the higher the chances are of you getting and keeping a specific type of man. That's all he's basically saying.
I say it again, very few westernized women deserve to be courted. You guys fought for equality. You're my equal. You wanted equal pay. You wanted equal rights, well, you need to get equal lefts. You wanted to be courted. That ain't gonna happen. We are equals. Deal with it. Thank Feminism 101, your mamas and your grandmamas. This is the world. Ladies, if you're watching, understand this is what men are on the lookout for. So if you're asking some guy to court you, what are you bringing to the table other than sex and debt? She's got a 90-day rule, or any kind of rule like this, in my opinion. The first time I hear a woman say she's got a 90-day rule, I'm out. The first time I hear a woman talk about this rule or any other kind of rule like that, I'm out. Just like the United States had a policy, we do not negotiate with terrorists. Women can be emotional terrorists. I do not negotiate with them, because if you give a mouse a cookie, it'll ask for a glass of milk. She has a 90-day rule. That automatically implies to me that she thinks her vagina is gold, that it's something that gum important that I have to work, strive, and earn for. I don't work that hard for anything that doesn't benefit me. Her vagina ain't it. If you have these 90-day rules, go out and blame all these Steve Harvey type guys who told you guys this foolishness. That is man repellent. Rule on day one, in the other 89 days, it'll be you playing with your cat by yourself. Next, she's a single mother. I'm not gonna bash single mothers or anything like that, but bottom line.
Again, I want you guys to understand, or even the young ladies that's listening right now. He's not bashing anyone. He's basically just pointing out a few different things that can go against you. All right. And let's just say, for instance, if you have a young lady that doesn't have these things going on or whatever, then men would typically go after those young women first. All right. So do not get in your feelings about anything that he is saying, because is it the same across the board, like 100%? No. All right, it's not 100%. He's just speaking probably based on most of the men that he's talked to, most of the men that are probably up under the comments or whatever, from the things that he's hearing most men say. Most men don't want to deal with certain type of young ladies, and it's like this. You can take this information, and this information can actually help you, instead of, again, just getting in your feelings and allowing this thing to go off rail. Be open and be willing to at least listen.
There used to be a time when a woman had a baby out of wedlock. It was few and far between. And there was some shame that went along with it, enough to where they didn't keep going out and doing it over and over again. Now it's a badge of honor. You as a man are worth too much and too valuable. If you've got your head on straight, you're out doing your thing, working your business, taking care of your business, you should not be forced to pick from a crop of women who've already had another man's children. You should not have to go out here and fight the world, build such and so forth, to come home to a woman that you will at best be the fourth or fifth most important thing in her life. You deserve better than that. I am sorry, ladies, if you've had a child, that is your responsibility. Own it.
Again, man, don't get in your feelings about the things that he's saying. He's just trying to get men to understand that, based on what he's saying, he wants men to understand that they are the prize, especially the guys that, again, haven't did all these things. A man that is on his purpose, a man that is doing the things that he needs to do in order to upgrade or level up or whatever.
Own it. And as far as I'm concerned, stay out of the dating scene until your kids are out of the house. You made the choice to have those children, especially if you did it outside of wedlock. If you made that choice, then you make the choice to wear that scarlet letter. It's not our problem, it's yours. Guys, do not date single mothers. I could write an entire novel on this one. Do it at your peril. Next, she's a strong, independent, fill in the blank woman. For me, you have 3 times to say that. I'm a strong, independent, blank woman. I'm a strong, independent, blank woman. I'm a strong, independent, check please, I'm gone. Anytime that comes out of their mouth, non-negotiable in the sentence.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If I hear this one time, I'm good, fam. I'm good. I don't want to hear anything about being no strong, independent, anything.
Whether it's day 1 or day 300. Because to me, that's an underlying issue that's waiting to burst through. A person who has to say, I'm a strong, independent, anything is none of the things she says. Just like if you find yourself having to come into your house saying,
If I ever hear a guy say that, I'm a strong, independent man.
the man of this house. You got to say you're the man of the house, there's a problem. If you watch Game of Thrones, when Joffrey says, I'm the king, and Tywin told him any man who has to say he's the king is not the king.
Right.
Strong, independent, blank, anything needs to be strong, independent, and alone. She believes that men and women are equals. We are not equals. No male and female of any species on the planet are equal. We are different for a reason. I am not going to negotiate your role and my role. If you come into this saying that we're equal, we're automatically at loggerheads because you're not a woman, in my opinion. You're a female. I don't date females. I date women. Just like the men will hear what I'm saying, the males will probably throw shade. If you want a woman that you're equal, you're really giving your manhood up, and I can't help you. For the guys out there who are trying to hear me, equality is not what it's cracked up to be. Typically, women want equality when it benefits them, and they want to be ladies when it suits them. I don't have time for all the back and forth because I'm trying to do what I'm doing. I'm leading, she's going to follow. There can't be 2 captains. Pick your poison. If you pick equality, you'll die a slow death. She's a big-time church girl. Look, I'm a Christian. I was born and raised in the church. I attend regularly, but big-time church girls tend to come with big-time church problems. There's no more hypocrisy in dating than in the church, because unless she's a big-time church girl and a virgin, you're already going to have issues. Oftentimes, big-time church girls try to use the Bible as a weapon against the men that they date, to hold you biblically accountable for everything that it says a man should be, but yet not hold themselves biblically, morally, or ethically accountable to anything that it says a woman should be. They'll tend to take scriptures out of context, use biblical stories for their own selfish and manipulative ends, and hit you in a place to where you really can't defend your spirituality. That is the height of manipulative, deceptive, just bad behavior. I don't roll with big-time church Bible thumpers for these primary reasons. If it doesn't suit you, move on. But you know the kind of person I'm talking about. And if it does, comment section below. Feel free.
Again, guys, this is not across the board. This is just based on the things that he believes. All right. So if she's a big time church girl for him, you know what I mean, then this would be, you know,
Free to holler, because only a hit dog holler. She's got lots of single girlfriends. You ever see a pack of animals roaming a neighborhood? There's always a lead animal and the ones that roam. It's all a bad situation.
facts. That is exactly why you got to be careful. The company that you keep says a lot about who you are. I'm going to say that again. The company that you keep says a lot about who you are. If that young lady is hanging around other young ladies that is behaving like a 304, you need to pay attention. All right? Pay attention. Ask her, yo, why do you hang out with such and such? Like seriously, like you really need to make sure that you vet that young lady correctly, because I don't know any respectful young women that hang around with 304s that don't take something from them in some way, shape, form, or fashion. They are friends for a reason. All right. And a young lady that has her head on straight knows, listen, hey, we can be cool, but I am not going to be spending a lot of time around you because I don't want any of the way that you think to rub off on me, the way that you move to rub off on me. Your lifestyle and my lifestyle are completely different. No disrespect, but you have to distance yourself when it comes to certain people. Same thing goes for guys. Women, what type of guys is he hanging around? All right? Understand this, man. Good guys don't hang around 3 or 4 type of men. It's the same way across the doggone board. The same thing goes for a man that's on his purpose, a man that is focused on whatever. That's just the same as why in the world would a guy that loves to work out hang out with a guy that just want to sit around and eat all day? Like what do we have in common, bro? No, I want to be healthy. I want to be healthy. I want to eat right. I want to eat correct. If I'm around you, I know we're going to continue to bump heads because if I'm really your friend, I'm going to try to get you to get out of that stuff. I want you to be just like me. All right. I want you to be healthy. I want you to be around as long as possible. And I'm not going to allow a person that I call a friend to remain in whatever they're in. All right. If they're overweight or whatever, I want to see you get out of that, man. So what can we do to move forward? Nobody that hangs around somebody that acts a certain type of way is necessarily going to, I don't know. I mean, again, this is just me, but I do not believe that you can be around somebody that is the complete opposite from you and those people not rub off on you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. All right.
It's a game.
But take that with a grain of salt.
Single women who hang out with other single women sit around and talk about single women stuff, and it's typically a lot about man bashing. Because just like most women, anytime they break up, it's never their fault. They never take accountability. Everyone they broke up with is a jerk. So if you start dating this woman who's hanging out with a lot of single girls, she's gonna go back to her friends, and everything that happens good over here, you're gonna be getting undermined with over here. She's got a lot of single girlfriends that she hangs out with, or a lot of single girlfriends, period. Peace, 2 fingers. You can't win because their strength in numbers and female foolishness is at an all-time high, and we don't need to deal with it. Avoid women that got a lot of single friends. And another thing, women that have a lot of single friends don't typically hang out with women who are in relationships or married because they themselves don't know how to be. They know single. Let them stay single. It's gonna hurt. She comes from a long line of single mothers, aunts.
Epidemic Sound provides you with restriction-free music and sound effects that you can use across all of your content.
And cousins. My ex-wife hit this to the mold. I love that woman. She was fine as frog's hair, but when I went her family,
Did he just say fine as frog hair? Did he say? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to the captions.
13 of the most beautiful women I have seen in one family, 11 of them were single. And I got to know why. Because they all had that same strong, independent, blank woman strength. They all had that quintessential attitude, dysfunctional group of harpies if I ever met them. Nice enough people when you meet them one-on-one, but if you have a long line of single mothers, aunts, and cousins, you have generational curses, problems, and things in that family. It will rear its head sooner or later.
Now, understand this, I still do believe that certain people can break generational curses, all right? And it's all going to start at the head. It depends on the mindset of that person, all right? But again, if you have someone that is leading with something, then you need to believe them. But if you have a young woman that, again, has a different type of mindset, then you'll see, man. I promise you guys. I know a few different situations where young women have came from what he's talking about, and they still chose to break that generational curse. It's possible. It's possible. And also, on the opposite end, I know women that come from a father and dad or whatever, a two-parent household, and they go off rails. It all depends on the mindset of that person.
You don't want to be around either way. The downside is this woman typically has really good sex game. So, think with your big head, not with your little one. Look at the chips on the board and adjust accordingly. Don't even let yourself get sucked in. Ask some questions. Figure out what her family life is like, her family history. You're interviewing her for a job inside the corporation of you. You're the CEO. Why are you going to bring in somebody who's going to embezzle from the company, sell your secrets, and leave you in bankruptcy? And lastly, she's got a history of broken relationships, especially if she's an 8, 9, or 10. 8s, 9s, and 10s, every one of their exes were all jerks and buttholes. I've never ever met a woman who's upfront about their relationships in the past and say, you know what, I messed that up. I cheated on him, I hurt him, I did this, such and so forth. It's always something was wrong with every guy. From high school to college to lifetime, from lifetime to college to high school to junior high to elementary. Each and every boyfriend or guy they've dated along the line was always something wrong with the men. Guys, step back from this for a second. Ask yourself, the only common denominator in all of her situations was her. If there's always something wrong with everyone and it's not her, it's going to be you in a minute. Avoid this kind of woman at all costs because all she knows is how to break up. All she knows how to be is in dysfunctional relationships.
Wow. Now listen, this is he is definitely hitting home when it comes to a lot of people. A lot of people, man. Pay close attention, guys.
You're not going to come in and fix her. You're not going to come in and save her. Save yourself. Avoid her up front. All right, guys, those are just a few of the red flags I look for when I date. Look, I know that there's a lot going on out there and there are a lot of different things you got to ask for. You need to have a list of your own red flags, some definite non-starters, some non-negotiables, some deal breakers that you just won't deal with. Do me a favor, instead of talking about what mine are, let us know what yours are. Hit us up in the comment section and let us know what some of your non-negotiables, non-starters, deal breakers are, so guys can learn how to ask the right questions and figure out what's right for them so they won't end up in wrong situations. This kind of content, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up and share this out to whoever you think can use the information. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. Until the next time, talking to you later.
Hey, again, man, shout out to Kevin Samuels for dropping that video, man. Do appreciate that. Again, guys, the 9 red flags when it comes to dating. And when I tell you guys, he was definitely hitting the nail on the head, man. I guess he wasn't just speaking from things that he has heard, things that he has seen, but it's actual things that he has been through. You know what I mean? And like they say, man, the proof is in the pudding, all right? When you become that better version of yourself, man, you typically attract different type of people. This is why I always tell guys, man, before you get into dating, before you get into, looking for a partner, spouse, or whatever, you need to be willing and you need to be doing the work on yourself. All right. Before you go to step 2, before you go move on to step 2, step 1 is getting yourself right. All right. And again, everything starts at the head. Everything starts at the head of you. All right. Your mindset, that therapy, getting rid of all of that trauma based on those last relationships and everything. Start there. After you do that, it's time to get your butt in the gym. Got to start working out, man. When you're working out, you look good, you feel good. And when you're around people, they feel that. All right. This is why every single day you should be working out. All right. 30 minutes. Even if you're just doing something as simple as walking, especially this month, every single day this month. You need to be walking. Get outside, man. Go walk. Enjoy that nice, beautiful weather that we are having. Supposed to get some rain a little bit later, but anything before 5 or 6 o'clock, you should be straight if you're in the Charlotte area. All right. So if you can, y'all get out the house, man. Open up those doggone blinds, put some music on or whatever. Get in the mood. Get in the mood of working out. Get in the mood of getting out. All right. I think we spend too much time in the doggone house, and I promise you, man, it can be depressing. All right. When you get out there and you get that sun and everything in your skin, man, of course, throw some bug spray on because these mosquitoes and these bugs is getting outrageous right now. But yeah, man, go outside, enjoy, sweat. All right. Well, you should be taking a bath every day. So you should want to sweat, man. Go outside, sweat, you know what I'm saying? Get all of that bad toxins and everything out of your pores. Sweat. Try to sweat today. The goal today is to sweat, man. I promise you, you get it in, walk, jog, run, lift, pull up, dips, whatever. You'll feel a lot better, man, after the fact. I'm telling you, you'll sleep a lot better. Wake up with more energy. You'll start to feel a lot better about yourself when you start to exercise. All right. You feel a lot younger. The more that you get it in every single last day, the more energy you will have because your body understands, listen, this person is going to be getting it in today. So we got to make sure whatever they are putting in this doggone body, hopefully it's raw fruits, raw vegetables, or whatever. We need to be go ahead and getting that ready and using that as energy that we're going to need throughout the day to make sure that this person feels energized. But if you're just laying around the house, chilling, lounging, or whatever, you're going to feel sluggish because your body, like, we ain't got to do that, man. We just chilling. We got to reverse that doggone cycle, man. Anyway, man, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, man. It's 11:36 right now. I have a extremely busy day that I got to knock out today. I got to get some stuff done for this interview. Got to make sure we order the suit. We're going to be taking pictures. We're going to be doing a few different very, very important videos this week, man. One of them is going to be for GQ Real Estate. The other one that we're going to be shooting for is going to be a video that I'm going to be dropping right before my right before my birthday. And that is going to be called, dang, what is the name of that friggin' video, man? Let me see. Hold on 1 second. I want to make sure I get this right, man. It's going to be called something like You Can't Break Me. All right. And it's going to be a story basically about my life, a few things that I've been through or whatever. That's dropping to kind of make way for my documentary that's going to be coming out a little bit later on this month. July is going to be a very, very important month for Katie's Empire, Katie's Fitness, and just my life in general, man. I'm really going to be putting a lot of stuff out there that, I done been through and have overcame. Every single last thing that life has thrown at me, I have overcome. And I do believe that nothing that this life throws at me, I can't not handle. I believe that. All right. And that's the way that you guys should feel as well. All right. You should feel that way. Understand that, life is not easy. I don't want you guys to believe that at all. Like, I don't think that, life is easy. But I do believe that anything is possible. If you take life one step at a time, you can overcome anything. You can accomplish anything. That's why when anybody put anything before me, I'm like, yo, I can do that. Marathon. I wouldn't be able to do 100,000 steps in a day. I wouldn't be able to, push this car or do anything. I was like, listen, I can do anything that I put my mind to. And if I have anybody that tries to doubt that, I have no issue with proving them wrong. And I have. And I will continue each and every time that anybody tries to doubt me. I'm going to overcome anything that is put in front of me. Believe that. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate all the likes, all the comments, and again, be on the lookout for those videos, man, because they are coming soon. They dropping, man. They dropping bag after bag after bag. They coming. Anyway, man, y'all be blessed. Y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.